This is 7 National News. In our top story, the UAE was ranked first globally in terms of treating women with respect, according to a major scientific study comparing development and well-being among 132 nations of the world. Commenting on the findings of the 2014 Social Progress Index report, which is prepared in collaboration with the World Economic Forum, the UAE Vice President, Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, said that every woman has our deepest appreciation and every role a woman takes to contribute to society makes her a partner in building our nation. The ruler of Dubai also noted that an interesting finding is that the UAE ranked higher than many countries where people often criticise the UAE over women's rights. The Global Social Progress Index also ranked the UAE as #1 for the lowest level of violent crime, the lowest homicide rate, the lowest undernourishment rate, and the highest rate of enrolment in secondary education. The report was produced by a team of prominent international economists as part of an initiative launched by the World Economic Forum's Global Agenda Council. For the index as a whole, the UAE ranked #1 in the Middle East and 37th worldwide. In pursuit of sustainability, there has been a massive shift towards adoption of mass transit as a way of life in the MENA region, which is clearly reflected in the 4th edition of the UITP MENA Congress. His Highness Sheikh Maktoum bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Deputy Ruler of Dubai, graced the opening on Sunday evening. In his opening speech, the RTA Chairman of the Board and Executive Director, His Excellency Matar Al Tayar, said the region has witnessed rapid development in the transportation sector over the last few years, with projects worth 367 billion dirhams taking shape. Dubai, for instance, has built an integrated public transport system in the past few years with the completion of the 2 metro lines and, in November, the opening of the tram. This has resulted in the reduction in fatalities from 21 to 3 per 100,000 inhabitants and a rise in public transport ridership from 5% to 13%, or 448 million annually. The UITP, or Union of International Transport, the umbrella body of transport organisations worldwide, said there's great opportunity for the region's public transport in the next decade, and the UAE, Dubai in particular, will remain pivotal to this.
The Sheikh of Dubai and his fellow colleagues, say Mr. Al Tayar, they sought the opportunity to build, a nice system of transport. And that starts with a bus, of course, with a taxi, but then later on with a metro and with a driverless metro, which is state-of-the-art in the metro industry. So I think really they acted as pioneer, and it has been stimulating, the people of Doha and Qatar, the people of Abu Dhabi and Saudi Arabia, and then now everybody's considered that something has to be done. It's still, unfortunately, a region where there is many cars, but I think that, step by step it is growing. They should not make the mistake we made in Europe, where we had this flood of cars, and then we dismantled public transport to some extent, and then we have to rebuild it. So I'm always begging with the minister here and telling them, please don't make the mistake we did. Make public transport, invest heavily in it, and try to raise the awareness of your citizens that it's not an option to be always in your car.
Meanwhile, the RTA also hosts UITP's MENA Centre for Transport Excellence, which is leading efforts to build regional capabilities in the public transport arena through research and development, training as well as knowledge programs, which includes a focus on the youth.
The centre is want to get closer to the universities because we know the academic part is very important, and we want to participate with the academies to spread the word of public transit in the universities, and it is very important for the young students to know the importance of public transit. This is actually our main focus for next year in 2015. 2014 we have a similar program last year, but we are adding some new touches, like to have a journal for the MENA region. This journal will focus on research, how to improve and how to overcome the obstacles in the MENA region. We want the voice of the youth to be in the public transit. So by that we mean when there is development in any MENA city about public transit, we need the youth voice to be there. We need their opinion, because the youth, they have different types of requirement, like there are certain groups, certain age, they have different requirement they have to. And also they have this mentality of entrepreneur. They bring new ideas to the transport field. So their participation in this event gives a touch of innovation for the public transit in the region, actually.
The continuous development of defence capabilities along with international cooperation is vital to the security of any country, according to experts at the recently concluded 4th edition of MIMAD, or the Middle East Missile and Air Defence Symposium. Held under the patronage of the UAE Ministry of Defence and with the support of the UAE Air Force and Air Defence, the high-level two-day conference concluded today. The conference aims to make continuous and positive contributions to ongoing efforts in building state-of-the-art multi-layered missile defence. At the same time, it is expected to have a positive impact in regional security and international stability. Leading experts in air and missile defence, military leaders and key industry partners from the region, US and Europe, discussed pertinent issues such as the air and missile threats environment in 2020 and its impact on Gulf vital interests, developing a robust regional integrated air and missile defence force, as well as the emerging technologies. Brigadier General Neil Thurgood emphasised the importance of working as a community and fighting threats together. He also highlighted the important role that the UAE and Abu Dhabi in particular plays in ensuring security, defence and safety.
Well, I think the credit really goes to General Majid for his vision in not only putting his nation, the UAE, in a posture to be prepared for self-defense, but his leadership in the GCC nations has been critical. And as we expand that out, then that will give us opportunity to do more interoperability and more cooperation together. The regional stability, because there's so many nations here together that have a common goal, the ability to cooperate strengthens those goals. And as we strengthen those goals, then we can react to whatever threat may come to the region, because this region has a huge, tremendous political, geographic, and resource importance to the global community. I think the things that will be the future investments will be, number one, interoperability, investing in how we can work together. And then it's a question of how quickly we can move from where we are today with our current platforms to our future platforms. So those are things like seeker technology and propulsion technology and warhead technology, those things that allow us to use our platforms to successfully engage any threats.
The Ministry of Interior's safety strategy is beginning to reap dividends, with the number of deaths and injuries on the country's roads falling in the first 3 months of the year. The number of traffic-related deaths during this period was 181, compared with 192 in the same period last year, a drop of 6.3%, according to statistics released by the General Directorate of the Traffic Coordination at the Ministry of Interior. Traffic-related injuries fell 3.1%. There was also a decrease in accidents, with 1,295 in the first 3 months of 2014, compared with 1,353 last year, a drop of 4.3%. Brigadier General Gaith Al-Zaabi, the Director General of Traffic Coordination at the Ministry of Interior, was quoted in local reports as saying that the decrease resulted from the efficiency of the ministry's strategy to enhance road safety, and he has urged all motorists and road users to abide by traffic rules and regulations. According to the figures released by the ministry, in the first quarter of the year, the top 5 causes of accidents were sudden swerving, not leaving enough distance between vehicles, exceeding speed limits, neglect and lack of attention, and entering a lane without checking if it is free. And 500,000 images have been posted to the hashtag MyDubai Instagram account since His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Crown Prince of Dubai, launched the initiative on his Instagram and Twitter accounts 4 months ago. Reaching this milestone within such a short period shows that MyDubai has sparked people's imaginations to showcase their experiences in the Emirate. The images and stories demonstrate residents' and visitors' daily life activities, views and experiences, all of which make up the rich tapestry of this vibrant and cosmopolitan city. In addition to personal images posted by residents and visitors, a number of top international brands, local organisations and government entities have also engaged with the initiative by using the hashtag across their social media platforms and engaging with the initiative through various events which highlight life in Dubai. Finally this evening, Art Media and Art Films is welcoming the eccentric and thought-provoking Mirror for the Soul performance at the Madinat Theatre this weekend. Appearing for the first time in the Middle East, the Russian dance troupe will present a mime and dance sequence that will speak volumes to those soul-searching members of the audience. Conveyed without dialogue, this performance by the Alterum Theatre focuses on a journey inside the soul, where the protagonist is confronted with his own demons and life choices. With 7 performers, the tale will involve both Russian men and women, all of whom are famous street dancers and winners of many international championships all over the world. Their performances on the 1st and 2nd of May will be the first time the group appears in Dubai.
It's very important to show for the people abroad something which is not normal for Russia. Everybody knows Russian ballet, everybody knows Bolshoi, but people don't know there is street performances in Russia. They don't know that Russian theaters are participating in world international events like Edinburgh's and all. So, and they achieve a lot of very, very high standard results and all. So that's very important. So we bring something new for international market, which is not common for Russia.
I would like to perform in as many countries as possible. But what I'd say that, yeah, UAE is the place I would really like to show it, but it's already happening, you see. So one of my dreams has already come true. Well, will come true the next weekend. And because this, you said dream, and this is like, I think this is the most dream-like country. The country that looks like dream most of all. And yes, performing here on stage is marvelous.